synced that up. All right, hey, this is Josh with the Foil Shop, and I'm going to try to more regularly walk everybody through the shop in its entirety and show you a little bit, show you everything that we have in the shop, because it's often totally different than what we have online. So starting off, this is our board rack. These are some of our prone boards right here. This is my board that I ride right now. It's made by AR, Mr. Alex, who works at Dark Arts. This board was actually glassed in the Dark Arts factory and weighs 5 pounds, 11 ounces. It's a 4-1 prone board, 4-1 by 18.5 by 3 inches. It's 31 liters. This thing is used going for $850 right now. It's already tractioned. It's incredible. Super tough construction, very strong. I like it a lot. I am actually riding a board that's a little bit more narrow and a little longer right now. I've changed up the style, but I'll switch to this one depending on what foil I'm using. But that's for sale. Moving on to his glider shape. This is also by AR. This is a brand new board, 35 liters, and it's a 4'6". But this board, this glider shape, is made to paddle into waves better than anything else. So if you want a board that catches more waves or is easier to catch waves than ever before or any other prone board, look at the gliders by Alex, by AR. What's Alex's last name? You know? R. The letter R. Anyways, we got a 35 liter board there. Another board with some green is a 38 liter. I've got a 33 liter in blue, if you're interested in that. And then this is a 45 liter. Yes, 4'11" by almost 21 inches, 3.4 inches thick, 45 liters. This thing is pretty sick as well. For some of the guys that are just a little bit bigger but still want to rip in the surf, want to prone. We had a customer come in. He's like 6'3", 240 pounds. He's in great shape. He's just tall and big and needs a board just about like this to go kill it. We've got a couple more prone boards. I'll show you the proper foils. This is a custom shape that we have designed here at the Foil Shop, or I should say Patrick Foil With Me has designed in combination with Proper. And this board is 4'4" by 18 inches by 3 inches. It's 32 liters. This one's going for $1,100. I should mention that all the AR boards are going for $1,100 or $1,200. So depending on the board, if it's not been used, it's going for $1,100 or $1,200. If it's been used by myself, then it's $850. This is an $1,100 board. Again, all carbon, made by Proper. He does a cool little white, I don't even know what they call it, but he puts a little bit of white material on there and sands it down. Board works great. I just sold my version of this. I was riding this for the last couple months. And this board's great. One of the most recent changes we did is we made this tail section nice and wide, so you can, if you have, size 12, Patrick's got like size 12 or 13 shoe, and when the tail's 13, he's great, yeah. Don't get it, don't shortchange anybody. I'm size 9, not that it matters or makes any difference, but the rest of me is fine. So anyways, if you have big feet, tail's nice and wide, nice and easy to get a lot of control. You can see where the rail is the rails are rolled in on the top on the deck, but then as it gets to the very edge, it flattens out. It makes a big difference, actually. Just that little change. The V towards the back releases off the water really well. This board paddles insanely well for its size. It's really light, so I really like it a lot, actually. Next, we have a board by Portal. Eric Antonson, Mike Pedigo, but glassed. This Portal board, and most Portal boards being made now, are glassed by Andy at Proper Foil Boards. This board is a 4.5 by 30 liters. So again, longer, narrower, but it's thinner. I don't know if you can see how thin it is. I don't have the thickness, but 4.5 by 30 liters. To give you a little comparison, this next same shape, trans medium, This one is 4.5 by 35 liters. Looks like all they did is change the thickness on it and the width. So you've got a little bit of width, a little bit of thickness, same overall shape, and just subtle differences there. But these are the Transmedium by Portal. I'm sure you can see a little bit more on the website, and you can see a lot of other guys riding these that tend to really like them. I have not taken this one out, can't vouch for it, but it looks sick, and I would totally do that if I had the opportunity. This is the Apple Tree. Oh, these portals are $1,400. Again, the proper is $1,100. Portals are $1,400, and then this is for $1,299. We've got the Apple Tree. This board was shaped for me to be a demo, and I just haven't had the opportunity to traction it up and get it out. Prone foiling in the wintertime in California is not the greatest, so I haven't had the chance to traction this thing up and work it into my rotation on prone foil days. But this board is, the dimensions are 4.5 by 18.75, 2.5 inch, 2.6 inches thick, and 31 liters. So we've got a 4.5 board, 31 liters, probably the longest, thinnest, narrowest shape on the rack at 35 liters being 4.5. We've got the 30 liters at 4.5 Transmedium, so I'm off on that. But you know, this is the trend. These boards are getting thinner, they're getting a little bit longer, and we're noticing that if people place the boxes in the right spot, that you can actually pump these boards around really well, even though they have a couple extra inches out front. It's more about the balance. I think we're taking a lesson from the downwind boards, you know?
The Apple Tree boards closed cell foam.
That's right. Apple Tree closed cell foam. And again, probably one of the stiffest, strongest construction boards I've felt. Probably some of the best construction I've felt. Plus, their colors and their custom paint job is just, they're good artists. Their boards look great. They've never had a box failure. We were on the phone with the owner a couple weeks ago, and he was saying they've never had a warranty issue on one of their prone boards. So that's something that's difficult to say about a lot of boards, right? So something to consider there if you're in the 31 liter range. Amazing board. That's going for $12.99. And then we've got a unifoil. We've got a couple prototypes. This is, you know, don't go telling anybody that we're doing this, but we've got a couple boards that we were allowed to sell from Unifoil that are prototypes. They're not the full production model. There will be changes made before these boards come out to market. But we've got a...
This is the production model.
This is the production model, but
Slightly heavier.
it's slightly heavier, but it's stronger. They're gonna, I believe there's PVC on top and bottom, and they're gonna pull the PVC out of the less mandatory areas. The areas that anywhere they can pull it out, like maybe they'll leave it on the deck, but they'll take it off the top of the nose, right? Where there's a little less impact and things like that. Anyways, this board is going for $850 and it comes with a bag. So if you're looking to get your hands on a really sick board, it's been demoed once or twice. The traction pad on this Disco Butter, I've ridden the Disco Butter in green in a smaller size. I love the board, and probably it would be my go-to board when they take the weight down just a notch. But if you're a bigger rider, I would gladly trade the strength to weight ratio. I would gladly take the strength and have a board like this, because the board paddles well, it rides well, and it's a good production board. It's strong, it's solid, and for $850, this board comes with a fitted unifoil board bag. Probably the best deal I've got in the shop on boards right now. To go with that, we've got a used. This is a Chippery board that's on demo from AFS. You're welcome to come into the shop and demo this board. You're also welcome to purchase it. I don't know the price offhand, but if you're interested, DM us, leave a comment, anything, and I'll look it up and let you know. But because it's used, I haven't bought this board from AFS yet, so that's why I don't know the prices. Foil shop, everything is free. All right, this is a used Foil the World board, the original from Freedom. It's in great shape, nothing wrong with it. It was purchased and returned, but this is the rider was just It's used like once or twice, yeah. So the rider was just a little heavier than what he wanted, and also was riding a foil that he needed a board where the boxes were almost at the end of the board. This is set up for your everyday foil, but if maybe not for Go foil. He was riding Go foil. He needs the boxes farther back. It's 33.5 liters original, and I think this board's going to be going for like $700. So $700 without a bag, Freedom Foil boards, foil the world, great board. Now we move on to the also unreleased, brand new Foil the World model from Unifoil, the new shape.
Is a little bit of a prototype.
This is a little bit of a prototype.
One will be slightly different from that.
Production one will be slightly different. I'm also repeating everything you say because I have the mic and you don't. Production one will be slightly different, but this is I would say it's a working prototype, right? It was
Close.
It's pretty close. Yeah, you're not going to be far off. It's a great shape. I rode it and I didn't have any problems with it. I rode it with the Progression 125 and had one of the most fun surf sessions of this last fall. It was really good. So I'm also a huge fan of the original Foil the World board. I think Brian does a great job with these things. For $800, I mean, come on. And this board's unreleased. If you want to be one of the first people to have the brand new Foil the World model, $800, we'll mail it out to you with plus whatever shipping is to get it to you, and it's on its way. This board size is 4.5 by 18.5 by 2.5 at 30 liters. This is a 30-liter board, 4.5 and 30 liters.
It paddles a little better than 30 liters, I'd say.
Yeah.
At 200 pounds, I paddled it.
It paddles a little better than 30 liters. Patrick just said that at 200 pounds, he had no problem paddling it. And just another example, 30-liter board at 4.5. It's just like it's becoming a really good length for prone in general. And the boards are a little thinner, and it pumps great. It pumps exceptionally well for its length and rides fantastic. I've got a used AFS Fly 4.8. This board is not the lightest board. It's not a carbon construction board, but it is pretty solid and bulletproof. This is a relatively inexpensive board. It's going for $600, and it's a great beginner board. If you've got somebody that wants to learn, if you've got a boat and you want to have something behind it, this might be hard to pop up behind a boat. I should take that back. But great beginner board for light riders. If you want like a good, higher, like for a wing board for good wind or a smaller wing board, you could probably double it there. It's just a bigger prone board, and it's not the lightest. It's not the most current design, but it's a great board, and it's not very expensive. Moving on over here, I don't know if you want to walk the camera over. I don't know if you can see back this way. But we've got a Takuma CK. This is a carbon construction. This is an 80-liter Takuma. It's got foot straps that come with it. It's a great board, all carbon, and it's 5.3 by 25 by 5 3/16, so it's an 80 liters. So great board. This is what I was winging before I sold my wing board and went to just the downwind model. Then we've got a 100-liter version. This is called the BK because it's bamboo sandwich construction. I'm just looking at the liter count down here. Yeah, this is a 5.8 by 26 by 5 3/16 by like a little over 5.5 or almost 6 by 100-liter board. So great beginner board. If you're 170 pounds like myself, this would have been a great beginner board. I would probably still be on this board if I had started on it. These Takumas are really nice because even if it's a little larger, because of the scooped deck and most of the foam is in the nose, it helps in a lot of different areas of taking off, getting out of the water. They're narrower than some of the other boards of their volume, and this nose volume helps keep your nose from sinking, because that's typically what happens when you're taking off and you're under power. You sink the nose a lot of times, and this helps that not to happen. This board is going for, I have to quote you. on that if you call me. I'm marking these down because we're going into this upcoming wing season. But this was a $1,400 all carbon board, and this was like $1,100 or $1,200. And we're going to be marking those down pretty heavily. I would probably say like $1,000 and $900 is kind of where we sit. But I just have to check my numbers and make sure I don't go backwards. But happy to make a good deal on those. Happy to ship them out. If I sell these, I can always get more, and we're happy to send those out. This is a board by NSP. This is a great beginner foil board. This thing's going for $700. This is the length on this is 5'10", and it's 96 liters. You want me to turn this board around, spin it around? So this has a double concave bottom. It's actually a shockingly good board made by NSP. It's not a carbon construction, but they put carbon in it where it counts. So you get a great product to get going on. These are great beginner boards. This is a bigger version of that. I would also sell this for about $800. This is a 610. Actually, I'm sorry. I think this is like $740 or something like that. It's pretty cheap. I don't have the price written on here. Don't fault me. If you like this board, hit me up. I'll let you know exactly what price it is. I'm always going to beat whatever is advertised on NSP's website. I'm always going to take care of my customers. Then we've got this unifoil board here. This was a demo board. It's going for $850. It's 125 liter. This is the one that Patrick was riding all last season and giving lessons on and stuff like that. It's a fantastic board, and it's our, what's that? Yeah, it's our board of choice for lessons. So when we want to take somebody out and guarantee their success, this is what we're putting them on. This board is 5'6" by 26 inches wide. It's 116 liters.
And we'll have the two smaller sizes.
And yeah, we're going to be getting we're going to be stocking more of these boards. We like them so much. We'll have smaller sizes. We'll have them brand new. We'll have them with bags. All these unifoil boards are coming with bags, and they're going to be an incredibly good price. So it should be under $1,000 for a brand new board. And the whole board's carbon.
Correct.
Right. It's an all carbon board, fully traction, great wing board, great shape, under $1,000 with a bag. Probably the best deal in wing foil boards right now. Moving on, we'll move into the wings. I have a selection of wings that have not left the shop. I have not ordered wings for our wind season. It starts in the spring, and I'm trying to clear out some of these other wings. So if you buy one of these wing boards and you want me to throw in a random wing of your choosing, you just let me know. Otherwise, if you want to buy them separately, I've got 4-meter wings for $200 a piece. These are the Dakine Cyclone 4-meter, $200 a piece. You know what I use these for is wing skating, wing training. When you're wanting to learn how to handle the wing, you go take your skateboard into a parking lot. You only need 6-7 knots of wind, and you can really start to work on some of your maneuvers.
It has the windows.
Great wings for that. They have the windows. The Freedom, there's a 4-meter Freedom wing that's also $200. Some of these have been used once or twice, but usually just to demo them out and check them out.
The Cyclone is the Dakine version of the Cabrina.
Yep. Mantis. Yeah, the Dakine is the Dakine Cyclone is the Dakine version of a Cabrina Mantis wing, the V1 Cabrina Mantis. It's the same, almost the exact same wing as the V1 Mantis. They made a couple modifications to it, but there you have it. If you have a lighter rider that's new to winging, or you're new to winging in a place with good wind, I highly recommend these wings anyways, even if they're not that cheap. We've got Takuma WK or WR or one of the old Takuma wings in here at 4.3 meters. I've got some duotone slicks, inexpensive duotone slicks. These are actually $300 a piece. And then I've got a boom back here, which is the normal purple boom. It's not the ultralight like carbon one. It's the alloy boom. But we've got you dialed. If you need a 4, 5, 6 meter wing, I've got them here. I've got them way less than you would think they are. This is if you want one of our more premium products. I can still mark this down quite a bit. But this is the WR. Is that right? No, the RS wing by Takuma. It's got the metal stabilizers in there so that in extremely powered up situations or when you're putting a lot of pressure on that wing, it doesn't want to fold up and buckle behind there. Yeah, it does. It also has good carbon D-shaped handles on the front, and they're offset. So even at a nice straight, even riding, it helps the wing is already like naturally kind of sheeted in a little bit. So it's a really good setup there. Takumi uses those handles on all of their wings, and this is called the Tanji. That's a 6.2 meter. It's like a 6 point something, but it's like low. 6.1 is that one. This is a Tanji at, I think this is a 5.1 meter Tanji. It's grape in color, so it's like purple and black. But this is also a relatively inexpensive wing. The RS, I think, is going for like $700. The Tanji is going for like $650. We can get you good pricing on these. And we have all sizes available in the RS and the Tanji, just not in the shop. So I can mail any of these wings to you. Combine it with another product, I'm going to give you a great deal because we are trying to help Takuma move through those before the next season starts. Good opportunity to capitalize on some cheap pricing if you want to get some wings. We've got hats, we've got swag, we've got merch. This is a waterproof foil shop hat. If you want to wear a hat for a little sun protection or head protection while you're out in the water, these are foldable, floatable, packable hats. They're great for stuffing and throwing in your backpack and then showing up on your surf trip or wherever you go. I love it. I wear it all the time, except for when it's cold and I wear a beanie. This is a water hat from Kaohi Leashes. Great, doesn't take on water. Also kind of floats. It's not meant to be super floaty, but it's just kind of like a mail-in hat that it works really well in the water. We've got a couple Simba surf helmets left in smaller sizes. This is a size small, and so is this one. These are 50% off. So if you want to get either of these small white helmets, they're $100 instead of $200. And then I have other sizes available from Simba that we can drop ship to you. So we can get you any size of helmet. They don't make the funny colors anymore. They're only selling them in black and white, and black is the most common color that they've got now. Hit me up if you're interested in the Simba surf helmets.
23 minutes so far.
All right, I'll go faster. Let's talk foils. Downwind boards. This is a downwind board made by AR. It's almost 8 feet in length. I don't have exact numbers on it. He didn't give me exact numbers on it, but he wanted me to have this board for customers to demo, or if somebody wants to purchase it, you're welcome to it. This board is also, he also told me that after it's been demoed, he's happy to make this board look like it's never been ridden before and completely cleaned up. That's part of the purchase. If you're going to purchase this board will be absolutely new and flawless, and it'll look like it's never been ridden. But this board, it comes in at about 135 liters. That we do know. It's a large board with a lot of float. If you're a bigger rider and you want to be able to paddle up and be confident, this is a great board for that. Moving over to a next size down, we have just on the floor right now. This board is made by Proper. This is called their Orca model, and this is a 710, and it's 19.5 inches wide at 121 liters. So it's just a little bit more narrow and a little bit thinner than this Dark Arts board, but you're gonna get, this is the 710 Orca by Proper. It's got a little bump in the nose to hide a little bit of extra volume there, so you feel like the board's not too corky and thick. But that foam on the nose is pretty cool. The swing weight on this board, it's really well balanced. The boxes are in the right spot, so I've pumped this board around. Not this one, this has never been ridden, but Andy's boards, this is, he makes Orcas for a lot of people and himself as well. And riding this board is great. Then we've got a 7.7 Dragonfly that's over here. This thing is 115 liters, I think. No, 110 liters. Where are we? Oh, yep, 110 liters, 7.7 Dragonfly, 20 inches wide. Standard edition KT Dragonfly, $2,300 on this one, brand new. It's yours if you want it. If you have any questions on downwind boards, let us know. We're happy to help out.
You want to cut here and just do a clearance video?
I'll go through the foils really quick.
Okay.
Real quickly, I just want to let you guys know we've got 850s, 770Rs, and an assortment of tails from Code Foils. Before, this is reminding me, and Patrick's reminding me, we also offer quick blade paddles. So this is the Stingray. We can get you any quick blade paddle that you want, cut to length before it ships out. And we've got adjustable sizes as well. The Stingray comes in 72, 75, and 79. All that stuff's on our website. And then if you see any Ono Avas or anything else, we are a quick blade dealer and we will help facilitate that. Lastly, let's move over to some more of the foils. We've got unifoil progressions. I've got every single size available. I've got the F1 Skate 850. That's the only size that's in stock right now. It's in stock with an aluminum mast, but I believe I can get you a different mast type if you would like. We've got the HD Ultra High Modulus Carbon mast. I'm sorry, it's the M series, I think, but it's the Ultra High Modulus masts by Lift in the original profile. So it's nice and thin and fast, but super stiff, and they're gonna work really well for those larger span lift wings, especially the HAX edition. I still have some Ono foil left. You can still get a great deal on an Ono foil kit. I can do a Ono foil complete setup, full carbon, for about $1,000. This is a 90 centimeter mast. I've got a 200 Swift foil over there. It would be great for light wind winging or a heavier rider in the wing, with the wing. $1,000. These are Project Cedrus masts that are going to be shipped out. I'm going really fast on these foils because we're waiting to do a product photo shoot for the Cedrus stuff right now, and then these are going to get shipped out to customers that are patiently waiting for them. If you want to order a Cedrus mast, hit us up. We've got the information on the website. You can call me directly and I can walk you through that whole process, send you an invoice. We love our AFS foils, AFS Silk and AFS Pure. If you're downwinding, we've got the Pure 800, we've got the Pure 1100, we've got the Silk 1050, 850. We also have a Silk 650 hiding on the rack behind Patrick. And those are just incredible. The Silk is one of the best foils I've ever ridden for surfing and then being able to pump back out and get more waves. And the Pure is one of the best foils I've ever ridden for downwinding. Combine it with their ultra high modulus mast, which comes on each one of their kits, and you get one of the stiffest, fastest masts, production masts, with a kit. It's one of the best products on the market. I think it would be the best product on the market if I can get them to make better bags. I'm just kidding. I like their bags, but I don't like having to use the click the buckle every time. We've got some Takuma foils over here. This is the Code I was using earlier, so I just hung it up there. Takuma Kujira 2. This is the 1200, 1250. Kujira 2, ready for the HD mast, the M8 2-bolt mast, and then they've got their signature single bolt tails. We've got a couple different sizes available of that, and then I believe this is the 850, right? 950? Yeah, 950. Yeah, you're right. So we've got the Kujira 2 950 as well. If you're interested in demoing any of these foils, let us know. I can talk more about foils. I can talk about foils all day long. There's so much difference, but I just wanted you to see everything that we have available, everything we have in stock. And Patrick, if you follow me one last time, we've got a bunch of goodies and accessories back here in our dungeon. But I've got a bunch of masks. I've got progression masks by Unifoil. We've got more lift masks, the ultra high modulus. We've got AFS masks back here, back stock of 830 katanas and aluminum Unifoil masks. More Kujira wings up on the rack here, a bunch of Foil Drive Gen 1 parts, and then I have a bunch of leash stuff for Kaohi. I switch out cuffs and everything for people. If you ever break a Kaohi leash, let me know. I can switch you out that component and take care of you. And then we also have this guy's on sale right now. This is a original Project Cedrus carbon mast with the Cabrina 650 complete setup right here with their HA tail, and this thing's going. What did we say we wanted this for? I think it was like $1,000 for the complete with the Cedrus carbon Cedrus mast, Cabrina adapter, and the Cabrina 650. So if you're lightweight, if you're high wind winging, and you can handle a 650, I think is down around like 100 or 90 or something like that. But this thing works. Yeah, smaller guys for prone, or if you just rip. or if you're in a place with bigger waves. If it gets head high, take this thing out. This thing's gonna still pump around and it'll work great. It'll work great behind a boat if you have a decent wake. It'll work great in head high waves, towing. That's what I initially brought this in for, and it's just ready to see a new home. This one specifically has never been ridden, although the mast has been ridden. So $1,000 for this setup right here. Let us know. Happy to ship it out to you, get you a quote on shipping and make it happen. Hey, I'm Josh. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the foil shop. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.